the fundamental differences between Freudian and Jungian notions of dreams is Freud wants to know, where's the dream coming from? What's making the dream happen? And Jung wants to know, where's the dream going to? Where does the dream want you, the dreamer, to understand? What is the dream trying to tell you? With Freud, it's causal and historic. You did, whatever you want to X, and that's why you had this dream. Or you could even get more crude than that, just crude materialist, like, you ate whatever you ate last night. Your digestion at night made that dream happen. So at least Freud thinks there's something there, but Jung is even what he called the prospective tendencies of dreams pointing towards the future rather than being an indication of your past. It's like the dream is pointing towards something in the future. And so Nicoll writes this book, and no one knows about it. The only people who know about it, usually people that are interested in the Gurdjieff work, and then they find it and they say, well, it's got nothing to do with that. And the Jungians don't know about it either. So sadly it's a forgotten book, and it's a very easy read. But the central thing is the same thing that he's going to talk about with the parables, is like this symbolic, metaphoric way of understanding the images in the dreams. And likewise in the parables don't communicate to us in some rational way, some literal way. They communicate in a metaphoric and imagistic sort of way. And so this is the first work that he publishes under his own name, and he establishes himself as this very important Jungian in England. But then here's the Theosophical connection. Ouspensky's rescued from Constantinople. He's in a white Russian refugee camp there, and he gets rescued. That's a remarkable. I mean, his most famous book is In Search of the Miraculous, if you know this book. But the miraculous came looking for him at this point, because actually, Lady Rothermere is a woman. She was the wife of a newspaper baron here in London in the 1920s. She read this book, Tertium Organum, which was a book Ouspensky wrote in Russian, but a Russian expatriate who was in the States had a copy, and he brought it to the fellow named Claude Bragnon, who's associated with the Theosophical Society. And he wrote about the fourth dimension and things of that sort. Ouspensky was writing about that. He knew Russian, so he translated the book, and it became a surprise bestseller. Ouspensky didn't know anything about this. And then when this woman, Lady Rothermere, wanted to, she became absolutely fascinated, and she wanted to meet Ouspensky. Bragdon said, well, I understand he's in a white Russian refugee camp in Constantinople. And she managed to get him out and brought him to London. And he was giving lectures to the intelligentsia at the time, and people like the poet T.S. Eliot and the novelist Aldous Huxley and other famous people were attending his lectures.